All right, let's jump right in because today is one of those days in crypto where it feels like everyone is holding their breath. We're talking about a major standoff, a real high-stakes situation, and it all comes down to one single number. And there it is, $78,000. Bitcoin's been tapping on this door, kind of flirting with it. But make no mistake, this is not just another line on a chart. Oh no, this is the battleground. This is where the fight is happening. And honestly, the next few weeks for the entire market could be decided right here. So, what exactly is going on at this flashpoint? Yeah, a standoff. It's really the only way to put it. Think of it like a massive tug of war, with the market balanced on a knife's edge, right at this $78,000 level. You've got these huge forces on both sides. So let's break it down and start with the case for the bulls. All right, the bulls. They have this incredible tailwind right now. A really powerful wave of good news is giving them the fuel for a major push. And it's not just one thing. We're talking about a perfect storm of positive developments, from geopolitics to massive institutional buys. Okay, so first up, let's talk geopolitics. You might have heard about the US-Iran peace talks, but this new detail is, well, it's a game changer. This quote from CoinDesk says it all. The U.S. plans to acquire Iran's enriched uranium. Now, why does that matter for crypto? It's a massive, massive de-risking event for global markets. Less uncertainty means investors feel safer putting their money into what they call risk-on assets. And guess what's at the top of that list? Yep, Bitcoin. And that's really the key here. This isn't just some temporary handshake, some quick ceasefire. What this deal signals is something much deeper. It points to long-term stability. And for big money investors, you're literally removing a giant, scary piece from the global chessboard. That kind of stability gives them a ton of confidence. Okay, from geopolitics to institutions. And you can't talk about institutions without talking about strategy. You know them, Michael Saylor's company. Their whole corporate strategy basically is to buy as much Bitcoin as humanly possible. What they do, well, it's a huge signal for how the big players are feeling. And how are they feeling? Well, the sentiment is absolutely screamingly bullish. Get this, as soon as Bitcoin crossed 77 grand and their massive pile of Bitcoin went back into profit, did they sell? Nope. They went out and spent another $1 billion on 13,900 more Bitcoin just last week. I mean, look at this. They're on their way to owning nearly 800,000 BTC. They're not just betting on the price going up, they are betting on a massive supply shock. But, this whole thing isn't just about Bitcoin. The health of the entire ecosystem matters. Which brings me to this number, 200.4 million. So, what do you think that is? That is the number of transactions on Ethereum in just the last quarter. A new all-time high, the busiest quarter Ethereum has ever had. The transaction volume has more than doubled since 2023. It's like the engine of the crypto world is just humming along beautifully. Now, of course, with all that growth, there are always risks, right? We just saw that Russia-linked Grinex exchange get hacked for $13 million. It's a good reminder that this is still the Wild West in some corners. But even with those risks, the bullish signs just keep piling up. I mean, on-chain data is showing that the biggest wallets, the whales, are buying up Bitcoin at a rate we literally haven't seen in over a decade, since 2013. And it's not just Bitcoin. You're seeing other coins, leaders like Stellar and Hedera, pushing the market higher. It just shows real broad strength. So you've got peace deals, institutions buying by the billion, network activity through the roof. What could possibly stop this train? Well, how about this? A $450 million wall. Yeah, for all that bullish momentum, there's a giant, and I mean giant, obstacle standing in the way. A wall of sellers just waiting to stop this rally dead. Just look at that number. $450 million. That is the estimated size of the sell orders that are just sitting there right above $78,000. So for this party to continue, the bulls have to somehow absorb almost $500 million of selling pressure. And here's the thing. The bears are not blinking. They are just not backing down. They've drawn their line in the sand. And it's created this perfect, tense stalemate. And remember those whales we talked about, the ones buying like crazy? They're making a massive bet that this wall is going to break. And if it does, prices could go vertical. And right into the middle of this perfect deadlock, something completely unpredictable is about to happen. The ultimate wild card. Today is the premiere of the Finding Satoshi documentary.
And look, this is not just some niche crypto movie. This is a huge cultural event, digging into the biggest mystery in crypto: who created Bitcoin? And honestly, no one has any idea how the market is going to react to this. It could shatter everything. Basically, everyone is split into two camps on this. Theory 1. The movie is a massive catalyst for FOMO. It goes viral, a whole new wave of retail investors get excited, and that's the firepower we need to blast right through that $450 million wall. Theory 2, it's a total sell the news event. If the documentary doesn't really deliver anything new, all that hype just evaporates, and we could see a pretty nasty correction. So, okay, the battle lines are drawn. Bulls on one side, bears on the other, and a huge cultural wildcard is about to be played. What should you be watching for in the next few days? Let's break it down. All right, here's the playbook. Step 1, keep your eyes glued to 78,500. If Bitcoin can get above that and stay above it, turning that old ceiling into a new floor, that is a huge green flag. Step 2, watch for a short squeeze. If this documentary brings in a flood of new money, all those people betting the price will go down will be forced to buy back in, which could be like pouring gasoline on a fire. And step 3, if that breakout actually happens, the bulls are already aiming for the next stop, $85,000. And that could happen as soon as the end of this week. So let's just recap. We have a major geopolitical deal calming the world markets. We have institutions buying in with billions. The network itself has never been stronger. But you have this massive wall of sellers and this completely unpredictable cultural event just hours away. So the question is this the perfect storm? Are we about to see the most explosive week for crypto this year? I guess we're all about to find out.